welcome back to another video. So, as you can see, I just came back from the cinema because I watched Ralph Breaks the Internet. You're gonna love that film. It's gonna blow your pants off. So I'm making another Vlogmas Day video to tell you about what I've done today. So, Ralph Breaks the Internet. So, it's been 6 years since the first film, and it's kind of interesting. No, it's very interesting. Is when Ralph and Vanellope arrive at the internet to fix Vanellope's game Sugar Rush, because the wheels of the game, you know, the wheel game controller, it broke, and Ralph and Vanellope, I'll go into the internet to try and get it off of eBay. But surprising events happened, which involves Disney princesses, slaughter race, and the virus. So it's going to be very dangerous going inside the internet. So whatever you do, watch out for any viruses. We're gonna lose the internet. So, peace out. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So, the next villain I'm going to talk about is Holli. So, if you haven't heard of her, she is one of the old classic villains. So, Holli is the main antagonist in the Ralph Bakshi's 9th animated feature film, Cool World. So, she was voiced and portrayed by Kim Basinger, who also played Heather Evans in Final Analysis that filmed on the same year. Holli first appears dancing in a club during Jack's first arrival, and in a doodle sketch of Jack's drawing, she is then seen again drinking and smoking in Jack's face. So Jack also later tells Holli that if she had, whatever with him, he will turn her into a human. Holli has a rather sordid history in Cool World, a world of surreal landscapes and madcap cartoon violence. She frequents nightclubs, sporting revealing outfits, and is followed by her own little gang of cartoon punks. Holli has repeatedly come to blows with Cool World's policeman Frank Harris, who is actually a real person due to her constant attempts at bringing other human men into Cool World. There is an unspoken rule in that Noids and Doodles are never supposed to have sex, and Frank is constantly dealing with Holli's insatiable lust. Despite appearances, Holli is a manipulative, immoral, and sometimes spoiled doodle woman whose main goal is to become a real human and to find the legendary Spike of Power, a device created in Cool World, which opened up the boundaries between the two worlds. It was this device that originally brought Frank to Cool World in the first place. Holli is a fervent believer in the story of Vegas Vinny, a doodle who escaped Cool World and opened the Union Plaza Hotel many years ago, the same casino where said Spike is supposed to be hidden. Holli has constantly brought her other men into Cool World, yet none have ever consummated a relationship with her. In 1992, Holli began bringing Jack Deebs to Cool World, yet he would usually blip back into the real world. Deebs was an incarcerated cartoonist who believes that he invented both Holli and Cool World, having created a popular comic book series based on them while in prison. When Deebs is finally released from prison, he actually meets Holli for the first time, and despite warnings from Frank, has sex with Holli after a provocative strip dance on him. Really? This act turns Holli into a living, breathing human, and the two return to the real world in order to escape Frank after Holli kills his partner, Nails. Sparks relays this incident to Frank after finding out about it. Although at the end of the film she is brought back from being human to a cartoon again, and she sets off to finally find the spike of power, but along the way both Deebs and herself began flickering between human and doodle states. The result of their relationship, Holli becomes bored with Deebs and sets out to find the spike herself at the Union Plaza. This leads to a standoff between herself and Frank, who has returned to the real world to stop her. Holli murders Frank and takes the spike out of its holding place in the casino sign. This not only reverts her back to her animated form, but allows the cartoon madness of Cool World and its denizens to begin spilling out into the real world. People in the real world also begin to transform into doodles, some instantly and other flickering between states. Deebs uses this opportunity to allow himself to turn into a superhero type doodle. What doodle means is a cartoon. So, in order to properly deal with the chaos Holli has created, despite her best efforts, Holli is unable to prevent Deebs from getting the spike out of her hands and back into its proper holding place. With the spike returned, Holli, Deebs, and the deceased Frank, and the revived Nails, and all the other denizens of Cool World are sucked back into their world as the humans of the real world permanently turn back to their proper states. Frank actually receives a happy ending of sorts, as his death at Holli's hands occurred during one of the moments when she was flickering between cartoon and human state. As such, another rule of Cool World states that if a doodle kills a Noid in the real world, the Noid is reborn in Cool World as a doodle. This allows Frank to pursue a relationship with Doodle Lenonate. Meanwhile, Holli is now stuck with Deebs, still in a state of being an annoyingly uptight superhero that's planning on their new life together with his new form, and mentally leaving her in dirty clothes and in a bad mood. So, Hollywood gets defeated by Jack Deebs because it was all part of his plan to stop her from getting the power of Spike. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment below. See you real soon.